wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the Dreaded D Rose Report. I thought I had something between my teeth, but it was just food. It's alright. New article up in the Wall Street Journal notes that WWE is searching China for new talent and to add to their roster. We are making efforts to recruit wrestlers from other countries, says Stephanie McMahon. The article features notes on Yoshitatsu, Santina Marella, William Regal, Batista, Sheamus, Rey Mysterio, and the Great Khali. Bret Hart, by the way, spoke to Canada AM regarding WWE's WrestleMania 26 recently, and he's assuring fans that he's very careful about what he does, and no one needs to fear any physical ramifications from his match with Vince. The video is available, by the way, via CTV. Also featuring the Hitman's discussion details about making the Miz with WWE, relying on the same talking points that he's been delivered virtually throughout his whole interviews with everybody. By the way, Illusionist, I thought this was odd last week that Illusionist Chris Angel, who hosted the past Monday's edition of Raw, said Sunday he originally was slated to have more physical role in the show. I thought it was just terrible myself, but maybe they cut him back on some inside scoop. He said I was supposed to do something in the ring at Raw, but a few days before, he said it got canceled for my safety. It would have been awesome, he said. Well, now you tell us. The latest edition of Q&A at JR's Barbecue website asked the question, what are the chances that you and the King ever being paired together again on Raw? Ross replies, I don't think that WWE is interested in putting me back on weekly television and all the travel that comes along with it, at the same time. I would love to work with the King again, certainly. He said, this is my calling. He says, no, he said, I think I will ever be paired with Lawler again on a regular basis is highly unlikely. So I'm not sure whether he's really not saying, Jim Ross, that his speaking ability is just not there. Because he could do voiceovers, he could do some, a lot of other things. If he could, I think there's a little bit more to that. Bob Carter, Dixie Carter's father and the man who owns TNA's parent company, was presented with the 2010 T-Bone Pickens Awards. T-Boone, I guess his name is. Lifetime Sportsman Award in Dallas, Texas this week. The award goes to sportsmen who have distinguished themselves by living a life of adventure, love, outdoors, respect for natural resources, and most all demonstrate the spirit of giving back and making it possible for others to enjoy the sporting life. All right, T-Boone and Bob Carter. How about wrestling? WWE's drug tested. We'll find out more on this in a week or so. WWE has drug tested talent this past week, including people on the WWE WrestleMania card. For what it's worth, the plan right now is for SmackDown brand stars to make a regular appearance on Raw from now on until the draft goes on in April. As of this week, the decision still hasn't been made on whether John Cena versus Batista, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, or Edge versus Chris Jericho would be the last match in WrestleMania. Unified tag titles is currently scheduled to open the show with Money in the Bank going on second. Vince McMahon, Bret Hart would likely go somewhere in the middle, and of course all this is subject to change. What do you think should be the main event so far in WrestleMania? And there's two different things. You can have it at WrestleMania, usually it's for the world title. But the other thing is what's going to make you order the pay-per-view. Just what is it? Is it going to be the main event, or is it going to be Undertaker and Michaels? Is going to be, they may not be the main event. I just kind of I got my opinion, what I think is going to make people order the pay-per-view. I'll tell you later. WWE is looking to guest The Rock hosting the show in June 7th from Miami, but not confirmed so far. Word is that Stu Hart's video package for the Hall of Fame is really good and may debut in next week's Friday Night SmackDown. Plan right now is for Jim Ross, Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler to announce WrestleMania with Todd Grisham. Matt Stryker and Josh Matthews doing backstage interviews and things. So JR may show up there at WrestleMania, I guess. I don't know how much calling he's going to be doing. We'll find out. Anyway, Kane versus Shelton Benjamin was taped for Superstars last night before the SmackDown taping. Beth Phoenix versus Vicky Guerrero will take place on next week's SmackDown. Despite WWE's advertising it, John Cena will not appear on, last night's NXT. Cena was scheduled to come out and open the show and address the NXT rookies. WWE SummerSlam will be returning to Los Angeles this year, and it was announced that at last night's taping that the tickets go on sale at the Staples Centers this Saturday. Dark main event after last night's SmackDown taping. We saw Rey Mysterio, Triple H, Edge, John Cena defeat CM Punk, Batista, Sheamus, and Chris Jericho. Some of the news that may have been missed in WWE's press release this week on Gorgeous George entering the Hall of Fame. The company will produce, I've done told you that, produce the movie George's Life and Legacy in early 2011. It may have missed that, but it didn't miss me. But I missed you guys too. Anyway, let me know what you think by the way, the ratings for WWE, I believe, was what was it, 5.7? 4.7? I don't forget. Kept looking, I thought I had it on here somewhere. But anyway, TNA's was down. I think it was down like 17% from last week. Raw was up just a little. And Stone Cold, of course, caused that to happen. So tell me, should they stay on Monday, TNA? Should they go back to Thursday? Should they maybe start not really over again, but start doing some wrestling with the X Division? Because, man, I tell you, Kurt Angle was the main draw, main events there for quite a while. Now he's in the mid-card. Hi, wrestling fans. I want to get back on here. I just got a little updated thing I wanted to tell you. I only got a couple of minutes. But WWE has updated its talent wellness policy with a section about concussions. Part of WWE's effort to limit the number of concussions sustained by wrestlers and its superstars is banning chair shots to the head, which actually went into effect back in January. The section on chair shots read, WWE has eliminated using folding chairs to strike an opponent's head. WWE penalizes through fines or suspension the following: an intentional use of a folding chair to strike an opponent's head, any blow to the head that is deemed intentional act. The fine or suspension will be directed at the EVP of Talent Relations. WWE spokesman Robert Zimmerman recently commented to Connecticut Hartford's Courier newspaper. In January 2010, WWE has amended the talent wellness program specifically regarding the Impact Concussion Management Program, eliminating the use of folding chairs or props to strike an opponent in the head. Good move, bad move, or is it a move at all? Because normally you see people do that real quick. Maybe it don't work all the time, but I don't know. We're getting, I don't know. Your opinion on it, leave it on the comment. Let me know. I gotta go.